It's Smack the Guru. This is my review for All American Season 3, Episode 13, Bring the Noise.
Everything comes from the darkness.
Alright, so we gotta get straight into this. We gonna do the review where I'm gonna go through different parts about it. And it was a good episode, but it was some scenes that I wasn't feeling as much. And looking at them, it was really about the Black Lives Matter issues. And looking at them, I feel like it's not the actors, because I know the actors can act. I done seen the actors act, right? So it ain't the actors. When you look at scenes and they be looking a little off to you, think about the whole production dynamic, right? So it was most likely the writing standpoint that was off, right? They was trying to capture the Black Lives Matter, like the issues with police brutality. And I liked the previous episodes when they touched on it, but this one, it was a few things I didn't like. I ain't even gonna lie. Like, the first scene that I was like a little off, when Liv and then the girl threw the drink on Liv. I'm like, I can't see a situation where it go down like that. Even being a man, like if I was a man there and a girl threw the drink on my girl, I couldn't see me in that situation being like, hey, don't do nothing. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I don't see no situation where that happened. You know, a situation similar to me happened when I was in the Navy. You know, I was junior, and a dude came up, right? And he tried to, I caught him before he did it. I knew him, so we was cool. And the thing is, whenever you got that race dynamic, because it was a white dude, whenever you got that race dynamic, you know, everybody play different. Not just race play different, but people in general, they play different. You know what I'm saying? And you gotta set boundaries. And when those boundaries get crossed, you gotta let a person know, hey, you tripped. I'm gonna have to punish you to let you know, hey, you know, don't cross these boundaries. And that's what I feel like Liv should have did. Now, in my story, the dude tried to put a bowl on my head. Like, I'm sitting down working, right? I'm on the floor working. And it's me and another dude, we working, we like cleaning something on the floor. This dude tried to come and set a bowl on my head, but I seen him and I smacked it, right? But when I smacked the bowl fell, and it looked like it was crumbs in the bowl. So I'm like, hold on, was he gonna put a bowl with crumbs on my head? So it took me about 3 seconds to think about it, right? So I look up at him and he see my face, then I ain't playing. I gets up, he take off running. I'm chasing him all over the ship. I chased him for like 5 minutes. Finally caught him, beat him down. No lie, beat him down. He had a lump. Right after this happened, we end up doing like some underway thing, and he was telling somebody else about how he had a lump, how he got his lump on his head, you know. So, but that literally happened. So sometimes you gotta set boundaries, and I felt like with a person throwing a drink on you, that'd be a good time to set boundaries, because obviously that girl knew them, right, from school or whatever. But she was supposed to get touched up right there. You know, I don't like when they show scenes where we don't fight back. And by fight back, I don't mean just march and do that. I mean fight back, right? Because the notion, you know, especially in Hollywood, when they show a bunch of stuff, is that we not fighting back. Like, when I do a lot of these reviews, like, the notion is somebody gave us our freedom and stuff. Like, we didn't really physically fight for this stuff. No, we had to physically fight for this stuff. You know, study the Geechee people, or study some of the things that happened down in Florida. Study some of the things that happened in Detroit with the riots, East St. Louis, watch. You know, study some of these riots, because it wasn't like everybody was just running around burning stuff. No, it was fights happening too. You know, people was getting beat down during these riots and stuff like that too. So don't get it twisted. You know what I'm saying? Now study, you know, the Haitian Revolution or anything, you know, any one of these rebellions, you know, you could study and see like, yo, no, people actually fought the Stone Rebellion. People actually fought for these things. You know what I'm saying? And that scene I wasn't really feeling, because I don't think that would have happened like that. You know, I wasn't feeling that scene. I also wasn't feeling just some of the dialogue with them talking about, you know, some of the stuff. And I feel like the writers kind of failed the actors in that. But I ain't gonna harp on that, man. You know, I already been talking on it for a minute. But let's get to the rest of the show. You know, some of the things I did like, because it was stuff I did like, right? But first off, Asha and Vanessa, they sings like, come on, man, they you know, holding up the inevitable. They gonna get together, right? So Asha, he focusing on himself, which I feel that, but Vanessa is aggressive. She like super aggressive, you know what I'm saying? And that's cool, you know, to be aggressive. But Asha, when she walked away, I think he realized after she said what she said to him, and she walked away like, man, this a dope chick. I need to make her something more, you know, because the way he was looking, it looked like it hit him. And he should, you know. I think she good for him because she aggressive. She you know, she good because he passive. She aggressive. You know, they work good together. But man, him treating his mama like that, dog, because she got a new man, that's ridiculous. Because it ain't like he 10. If he was 10, I'd be like, all right, that's understandable. Dude, you about to be graduating high school. Your mama and your dad ain't been together. She done moved on. Treat that man with respect, man. Like, come on, man. You ain't got to be all extra like that. And your mama fine. You know what I'm saying? So you know it's going to happen. Because his mama fine. You know what I'm saying? Would you rather want a ugly mama or a fine mama? Because if she's single, you're going to have to deal with a situation like this if you got a fine mama, you know. But, yeah. So he need to, you know, it's going to happen. And if it wasn't, and think about it. It's a dude that's a chef. He got a job. It could be, you know, somebody else that's really bad for her. So, he gotta just accept that, play his role as the son, play his role, you know. Now, we also got Billy, Billy coming through. He able to set the scrimmage game up, and I knew it was gonna be more football. I told y'all they was gonna find a way. Either all the teams was gonna kneel, they ain't gonna cancel everything, and I think I said that exactly. Like, all the teams was gonna kneel, they wasn't gonna cancel everything, they was gonna play, but they still did the scrimmage game. Principal Carter came around, even though he was acting real goofy at the beginning, but you know, he liked Spencer's mama. He liked Spencer's mama, dog. So he made a little move for her to get on her good side again, and it worked out. They was able to have a scrimmage game. What surprised me, though, was Jordan going behind Coach Montez, going behind her back like that. Like, come on, dog. You just did your coach in. You know what I mean? Billy basically there with both of his teams. But they didn't did they coach in. So, but she was cool when she came back at the end. I'm like, dang, they really undercut her. Layla, they did Layla dirty. How they left Layla out of everything. And she looking at the pictures on IG. And I thought her and Liv kind of mended the situation. Like, I thought Layla would be with Liv. You know what I'm saying? I thought Layla, you know, but I guess they ain't mended all the way. And her and Spence still ain't mended their situation. So I understand why Spence didn't invite her. But it was just like, dang, she out there by herself. And then some new chick pop up, Carrie, which, they showed a flashback scene, and I remember that happening. But she come up from when Layla was doing her therapy. So Layla got her a friend. She needed a friend too. Now we don't know anything about Carrie for real, so she could be crazy, she could be wild. We don't know. We're gonna have to find out about Carrie. Coop and Preach. I like what Coop doing, but I feel like Coop did the same thing with Shine, where she always got to save somebody. I'm gonna talk about Liv in a sec, cause I get that feeling about Liv too. I'm gonna talk about her in a second, cause that's gonna take me back to what I started with the Black Lives Matter stuff. But with Coop, she always trying to save somebody. She trying to do the same for Preach. Don't make Preach her manager, which I don't know, man. I don't know if that's gonna work, especially with Layla trying to run her business. But it's good to have people around you that really know you and got your best interests at heart. So Preach, I feel like, got Coop best interests at heart, so that's good for him to be there. And he probably gonna be able to help her fend off Mo too, cause Mo gonna be coming back. Best believe that. Somebody in the comments asked me to make a video on Mo and Coop, what I think gonna happen. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna make sure I'm gonna get to that this week. But yeah, that happened. Now Liv, I get the feeling with Liv, she always want to help somebody too. Liv I always want to help somebody too, and I think that they got to do with her addiction. She like to get her mind off of that, and just cause she always really want to be there for somebody. She want to help somebody, right? That's how her and Asher got together, cause she wanted to help Asher, right? So, and now she took on the Black Lives Matter issue, which I like. Now the cop scene at the end, which we gonna finish how we started with me talking about that, right? For people that get pulled over, when you get pulled over, in case you don't know what to do when you watching this is what you do, alright? You get pulled over, boop, pull over. No matter what time of day it is, hit your lights, boom, boom, right? So they don't say they can't see. Hit your lights, bing, roll down all your windows, and talk with some sense, alright? Just, hey, how you doing, sir? Don't talk like, because people usually, sometimes people gonna take advantage of a situation anyway, right? And you can't do nothing about that, in real time. You can't do nothing about that, but afterwards, you're gonna have to handle that however way you want to handle it, whether that's with the courts or you just want to handle it. But I would handle that, but when you get pulled over, you roll down all your windows, you hit the lights, and then just talk like you got sense. They obviously trying to intimidate Liv when they pulled her over, and that stuff happened. It's sad, but a lot of people become cops. A lot of white people become cops to strictly, and other white people, because I know white cops that's not like this, but they don't want to admit this. They act like, no, man, that can't be. No, yes. White people become cops to terrorize black people. Some of them. Facts. That's why they become cops, because they don't have that power without that badge. You got to understand that, right? There's no situation where, or some type of authority, right? They love that, because they get that authority, and then it's like, okay, now I'm going to break some black person's spirit now that I got this authority, so it's real sad that happened. But the only way we gonna get out that situation is fighting. That's it. That's the only way we gonna get out that situation. It ain't you being scared, crying at the scene and all that. That ain't gonna help. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of us ain't like I'm not. I just got pulled over out here. I ain't crying. I'm talking like I got some sense. Hey, how you doing, sir? Yeah. Yep. All right. Thank you. Just talk regular, like you got some sense. Because a lot of times people can feel you know, weakness and all that. Like I don't know. I'm big on energy, so I never try to, just show no type of fear. And that's one of the things that I hate that a lot of people do that I see. They think if I act, black people, when they get pulled up, they like a lot of us thinking they always portray it on TV. Like if I act scared, then click that like button too and subscribe if you ain't subscribed. Cause I've been talking about a whole bunch of other stuff this episode, but they always like we gon' like act scared and that's gonna be the way to get out of the situation. No, crying ain't gonna help you. You can't get emotional during that situation. I know it's hard, but you can't get emotional during that situation. You gotta control your emotions during these type of situations when you get pulled over, man. That's all I'm gonna say on it, cause I don't want to just keep going. But yeah, man, that was the show. Hopefully we getting back to football. I'm doing a preview for episode 14, and from the preview it looked like, yeah, we're gonna get back to football. So that's gonna be dope. But yeah, man, that's my review for episode 13. Bring the noise. Make sure y'all subscribe. Click that like button. As always, be easy. Be safe. Peace.